Hi there, this is Rob at Reason101.net, and I'm here to show you another advanced arpeggiator tutorial using the RPG-8 in Reason 4 and 5. And we're going to create a sound that sounds kind of like this. This is just to showcase how you can use the different CV outputs or CV inputs of the RPG-8. And so I'm going to start off by creating a new combinator down here, and we'll recreate that sound. So create a combinator. Let's load up our initialized template, and that's going to give us a 6.2 mixer in here. We're going to have nothing in the labels for the rotaries and buttons. Then underneath that, we're going to create a Thor device. Underneath that, we're going to create a RPG-8 monophonic arpeggiator, and what that does is it automatically roots up with Thor. Then underneath that, we're going to create another RPG-8, and that doesn't root up with anything. Then underneath that, we're going to hold the shift key down, and we're going to create a Malstrom, and we're going to turn off everything in the Malstrom. I'm going to bring the range down to 0, bring the polyphony down to 0. You can turn off the filters, and we'll just be using the the wave shapes to modulate a few parameters. So this is pretty much all you need in your patch. Let's go into Thor, and let me just tell you that what we're doing is we're going to be using just a very simple C major chord to play everything off. So let's stop it. That's what it sounds like right now. However, what we're going to do is we are going to take the, let's see, we'll take the waveform here, the triangle waveform. We're going to keep the octave where it is. We're going to set up a wavetable oscillator, and we're going to set that to 10 sines. We're going to move the position all the way down. We're going to select number 2 here so it goes through the filter. And now what we've got is a sound like this. Okay, let's turn on our delay in our chorus, and then we get that. Okay, nice enough. Now what we're going to do is in the two arpeggiators, what we're going to do is we're going to set one of them to be 1 and 3-1 on the first one, and under the second one, under octave, we're going to select 3, and under the insert, we're going to select 4-2. And we're going to set this one to be 1/8 time. And now let's just flip it around. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the note out from the second arpeggiator, and it's going to go into the CV1 of our Thor. CV1 modulation input. And the LFO2 out is going to be going into the rate knob over here. We'll set the rate down to 12. It really needs to be very small to be effective. And the CV1, the note to CV1 in on Thor, what we're going to do is we're going to set that up so that the, let me see, what's that going to be? That's going to be the CV input 1 is going to be 100% affecting the oscillator 2 position parameter. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to our Malstrom, and our Malstrom on the first wave is going to be a square wave, so we've got to find that. And then on the second one, it's going to be this wave here. It's curve number 2. And then we're going to sync up both of them. The rate for the first one is going to be 5/4, and the rate for the second one is going to be 1/4. And then what we'll do is we'll flip it around. The modulator A is going to be going into the, let me see, the gate length over here, and that's going to be set to 127. And then the mod B is going to be going into the octave shift, and that is going to be, what is that going to be? That we're going to keep that as is. We're going to keep that on 64. And I believe that's almost it. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to detune these a little bit. I'm going to send this up to 8, Actually, we'll send it up to 9, and we'll send this one down to -9. So that detunes our oscillators here. And now what you get is something like that. Okay, so that's just a way that you can start playing around and mangling with your CV inputs and your CV outputs, just using very little, but also dealing with all these complexities of the RPG-8. What you can get away with the CV inputs here is just pretty phenomenal. And again, we can also borrow from different devices to affect these arpeggiators, and that's what I wanted to really show you in this tutorial. So I hope that gives you some ideas. I hope it inspires you. And once again, visit me at reason101.net. My name is Rob, and I will make these patches available in the next tutorial that I write on my blog, which should be up this week. Thanks a lot for listening.